How you doing today? I hope you're having a great one, because we are.
Yes.
My kids. All right. Niggas, we made it. Day 7.
Yes, we have completed our 7-day fast.
We have completed 7 full days. After we finish this video, it's din time.
I know, finally.
And we're going to crack us a bottle of wine and have us some vegetables. And so we're going to break our fast with vegetables and like a stir fry.
Yeah, with black rice.
With black rice. That's how we're going to break our fast.
Yeah.
So we want to start off first by giving a salute, a peace sign, under love, peace, truth, freedom, and justice to all you people out there who fasted during Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We just want we were so surprised to see how many conscious people stood up for a fast. I mean, some people did it for the day, and that was great. Mm-hmm. You know, we just chose to pick it for the week based on our thought process.
Right.
But, you know, just for those who just did that one day, you know, man, power to the people.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Much love.
Much love. That just sent, it was like the reinforcement from the universe tapping you on the shoulder, patting you on the back and saying, yeah.
Right.
You know, like we felt that energy holistically, you know, and we felt we was giving it, and in our meditations, you know, we felt it come back.
Right.
And we didn't know that people had planned on fasting.
Right.
You know, shout out to Mama T.
I know.
Shout out to Papa Duck.
There you go.
You know,
yep.
you know, shout out to you guys, man. You know,
K Reno.
K Reno,
yep.
K Reno channel.
Yep.
Shout out to you. Shout out to a lot of Red Pill. Blue Pill, shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to Black Magic.
Yeah, Black Magic.
Black Magic, you know, shout out to a lot of you guys, man, out there doing your conscious job,
right,
helping our brothers and sisters wake up.
Yes.
Okay, so we want to start off with that.
Right.
This evening.
Hey, everybody.
Gotta start our video off right.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this video is a little bit out of the norm of the House bill. But as we've mentioned before in our videos, that our videos are not just about building this house. Okay, this is also part of a conscious journey, also part of helping other folks find their strength and their motivation into things that they need to do under the mind-body-spirit complex growth. Which, you know, you're starting to see a lot more people coming around to now. There's, you know, we might have been a little, you know, ahead of the curve, but we're starting to see more and more and more people wanting to live more naturally, live without the constraints of society controlling everything about your life, whether that be your utilities, your debt, your income, and especially your food. So this video is about fasting. So me and my wife today are on day 3.
Yep, day 3.
Day 3 of our fasting.
Yeah.
And this video will have multiple parts, so you'll probably get a few different parts of it. But we wanted to share what we're recognizing as of today. We're going to do 7 days with no food. It'll be water only. So we have our jugs of water. We drink a gallon of water a day to make sure we're intaking that. But we're going for 7 days. We've done 3s and some 4s. So this is our first shot at 7.
Right.
So we wanted to take this opportunity and share this with, you know, some of you out there who are finding yourself on this path, and to give you that motivation for this kind of topic in your journey. Okay. Any you want to start off with?
Our fast also consists of us. The only thing that we're consuming, like my husband said, is water. I do have our herbal teas for cleansing, which consists of blue vervain, valerian root to help relax you at night, because when you fast, you have so much energy, and our sea moss that I make. So that's what our fasting consists of.
Yeah, so day 3. We started Sunday, was the last time we ate. Today is Wednesday night.
Yes.
So this is what I'm feeling. I'm not feeling hungry. And we're still working out. We'll probably add that to this video of us going to the gym, because some people believe you're not supposed to work out or you can't work out, but I'll get into that later. But we're still working out. But what I'm feeling is, you could tell food is an addiction.
Right.
Like, I don't really feel hungry. I feel emotionally like I'm missing a social event with my wife. Like, I feel like I'm missing hanging out, or because of course we're not drinking anything or anything like that either.
Right.
But that's what I feel like I'm missing. It's like giving me a heightened awareness how much eating and the things surrounded with it are really part of an addiction. And it's like people don't get that. And even some of the religions speak to it. Whether you're Islam or whether you're Catholic or Christian, and you follow the Lent concept, or you follow the Ramadan concept. So you've been taught fundamentally to fast, but you've been taught in a watered down kind of way. We're shooting for that 40 days. Matthew chapter 4, we're shooting for that 40 days. We're under the belief that something miraculous will happen with your DNA if you can allow yourself to go that long. Because, even if you go to the Quran or go to the scriptures, they're talking about the sacrifice of ego. Okay? It's, can you control your desires? Can you control? If you can control your eating, you can control anything.
Right.
Now, if you can't control your eating, then you really have no control of your life whatsoever. Your thoughts?
I agree with that, because it is very hard to control your eating. And just to let you guys know, this has been a process for us. This has been a 6-7 year for me process. For me, I first started with fast food. I stopped eating fast food. For those of you that don't know me, I used to weigh 56 pounds, and I was a size 22. And I started having health issues. And that's when I started to cut out fast food. So, and then my husband and I, we cut out beef, and then pork, which I did not want to do. I love me some damn pork, some bacon.
I do miss them chitlins. I ain't gonna lie.
I know, right? I was mad at him when he bought that shit up.
I should not admit that, but being honest,
Right, being honest. Yeah. And then when we decided to come off grid and move out here on our homestead, and I had chickens, and I saw that they had their personality as I interacted with them, I was like, baby, we can't have chicken anymore. So we cut that out. And so now we're strictly fish, vegetables, fruit. And I remember, I used to eat 3 times a day plus snacks. And, moving out here, we slowly, got down to 2 days. 2 times a day. And then most of the time we just eat once a day. Now I can't eat 3 times a day. It's like, ugh. And even 2 times a day having breakfast and dinner, that's a push sometimes,
That's usually when we come off our fast.
right, exactly.
We can't wait for breakfast.
Exactly. Like,
hence the word breakfast.
Right.
Breaking
You're breaking
your
the
fast.
fast. So it has been a process for us in practicing, and for those of you that want to move off grid, I think it's very essential that, especially cutting out the process and the fast food, because it's not no DoorDash out here, baby.
That's real.
Ain't nobody delivering no pizza.
That's real.
And none of that. You know, you have to cook and working on your homestead and building and everything. You don't have time to go in and prepare 3 meals a day. You know, you just don't have that kind of time. And not only that, but I'll let you speak to the Chef Mike. And the power issue.
Yeah, you can't have no microwave. We gave up microwaves before we even left off-grid.
We did.
I did some research and found out some things about microwaves, and I threw the microwave out my house.
Mm-hmm.
But that was I probably haven't used a microwave now in about 15 years. 10, 15, easy 10, pushing 15.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you who got microwaves,
throw that shit out.
Go look some shit up about them things, and you will change your behavior. And I'm gonna digress just a second. The microwave created an instant gratification behavior. Mm-hmm. And for those of you who are on a spiritual journey, you should at least have conceived by now that instant gratification is part of ego, and it's part of the matrix, and it's part of what drives society today. If you're trying to separate yourself and be no part of this world, then you have to realize you got to let go of that instant gratification thinking. And simple things with, your cooking is part of it. If you got a microwave, you're going to buy microwavable food, which means you're eating bullshit. You're eating stuff that ain't no good for your avatar. And this is just a tidbit of thought. For those of you who believe in the Adam and Eve concept, I don't want to step on any toes of whether or not it's truth or not truth, but just the concept. Let's just dibble and dabble in that, right? The whole concept that man was perfect before they ate. Now, some people believe it was a fucking apple. No, it wasn't a fucking apple. But anyway, just to go along with the story, your body, your avatar was created perfect to heal itself. If you get a cut, it heals itself. If you get a broken arm, it heals itself. So your avatar was not built for death. So something turned on the death switch. And if you read a little deeper into that story and comprehend it on more of a conscious spiritual level outside of the way it's told to you, something was eaten. And what was that maybe was eaten? Was it death? When you're eating animals, you're eating death. Because you're killing something to eat it. Even the scriptures tell you, from every tree of the garden you may eat. Then somebody rebuts and says, well, the Bible says it gave you dominion. Dominion didn't mean kill their ass and eat them. Dominion means take care of. Governance, control, management, not kill and eat. So I just want to throw that little tidbit out there. I don't want to ruffle no feathers, but just to throw that out there about maybe, and again, I use the word maybe these churches and these organizations are not communicating truthfully because the book has been tampered with, right? The book has been, kind of questionable on some of these things. But there's still some substance there and there's still some truth there. So I'm throwing that out there as a thought that maybe this concept of eating death turns on our switch of death. And, fasting is part of a way of cleansing your body. And I'm going to get to that in later part of this video. But I just wanted to throw that little tidbit out there. Hope I ain't step on nobody's toes. I leave you with love, truth, peace, justice, and freedom. I did not mean to step on your toes.
That's right. Mm-hmm. I have nothing else to add.
Okay. All right. Till next time, and to all my Moorish family out there, let me correct myself from when I would be doing this and say peace. Peace.
Peace.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Everybody.
You know the routine.
I know, right?
So today's day 5.
Day 5 of our fast.
Day 5. We're at the gym.
Yep, as you can see, we got a different background today.
So I want to say this in the first part of the video, and I didn't say it. We're doing this video about fasting and hopefully try to motivate some of you and get rid of some of the stereotypes that some people believe and think, and get rid of some of the stereotypes that some people believe and think as it relates to fasting and your energy, and you get weak and you need to sleep and you can't move around. So the purpose of this is to illustrate to you that you actually get stronger. You actually vibrate at a higher frequency when you fast. So we decided to bring the camera to the gym today.
Yeah.
You see our gym in the background?
Yeah.
And today, we'll speak on how we're feeling. I'm feeling hungry today. I'm not gonna lie. Today I'm feeling hungry. Slightly lightheaded, but that's really, a combination. So it's kind of hard to qualify, but I am feeling hungry this AM. So that's my feelings on today. But I'm still feeling very energetic. Still vibrating very high. Go ahead.
I'm not feeling hungry. I feel very energetic. I feel like I have so much energy. I actually feel good. I feel great. I feel nice and light. I lost 8 pounds, so I weighed myself. So I'm really feeling good. I haven't been feeling hungry during this fasting. I have like a hot second of hunger feeling, and then it goes away. But I've been feeling good, and the process isn't as difficult as I thought it would be. I thought I would just lose my mind right now. But actually, I'm good. I'm really good.
Yeah, I'm feeling it a little today.
Yeah.
Today it's hitting me. It's like slapping me in the back of the head. You know your ass hungry. So, but again, we're not doing any fasting for losing weight or anything like that.
No.
But it's more part of the spiritual, part of the cleansing of the mind, body, spirit complex. But we wanted to bring that camera to the gym today, show you guys firsthand, and let you see for yourself. And hopefully, it'll motivate you. The next part will be us on day 7. So till then, leaving our family in peace, love, peace, truth, freedom, and justice.
That's right.
Be free.
Be free.
Peace.
All right. Mwah.
I ain't get no rest, cause I'm gon' win, I make plays. So I give my best, and you can say whatever you want about me. Do whatever gon' please you. You ain't never seen nobody come up like this and then catch amnesia. I just cook, serve, repeat. Promise y'all I'm gon' eat. I just cook, serve, repeat. Booming all on your street. I just cook, serve, repeat. Promise y'all I'm gon' eat. I just cook, serve, repeat. Booming all on your street. I've been up 6 days a week. I ain't getting no sleep. How they mad already? I ain't hit my peak. If they ain't hate, then you ain't great. You know how that go, but I've been way too hot to worry about no low. I jump off a jet and I'm turning the city up. Know that I'm really up. Shawty thick as a pony, I tell that giddy up. I been beating that and I ain't gotta say it, they figured I get it in. I been popping my again, cop a crib on the side where they don't let no in. I been noticed you getting thin, I done mastered the art of my hustle. Man, you one part of my struggle. So it's funny, the moment you get you some money, they flocking, they all in your bubble. I been popping this pimpin', I'm padding my stat sheet. Got my O's in the track meet. Everything that I drop gon' be hard as the last heat. Baby, come get your I been having this motion, I move like a nurture. I can't give a how you feel. All of my partners that came up from nothing, you know that I can't keep it nothing but real. Need you a verse, better come with that paper in order. I'm booming, I'm charging them steep. I'm in your city a total of week and a half. You know I ain't come here to sleep. I've been going up 10 days straight. I ain't get no rest, cause I'm gon' win, I make plays. So I give my best, and you can say whatever you want about me. Do whatever gon' please you. You ain't never seen nobody come up like this and then catch amnesia. I just cook, serve, repeat. Promise y'all I'm gon' eat. I just cook, serve, repeat. Booming all on your street. I just cook, serve, repeat. Promise y'all I'm gon' eat. I just cook, serve, repeat. Booming all on your street. I've been up 2 weeks, that's a half month with a half and a whole queen. Herb pack in the backwoods with some backwoods tryna go green. Probably 10, surely not 20s. I'm like, though, I keep them clean from the coastline straight to Moline. I just pole pimp, I don't pole. Get more green than a golf tee. Come get your issue, get off me. All of my minutes is costly. I've been flicking my wrist, got it frosty. We been up in the skull, I've been keeping a tally. My like a rally, we moving they soul. What you thinking they already know. And as soon as I think it already flow. That you saying you gotta be playing, you ain't coming like this. Hop in the booth and I'm beating the brakes off the mic. I just can't give them nothing but hits. I just been flexing on them, getting reps in. They ain't finished clapping for the next win. Got these greener than they next skin. Stacking heirlooms for the next gen. I've been outside, I've been beachside, I've been east side with the gang. I took a jet ride to the west side for some Roscoe's and a chain. I had to bounce back to the Midwest, went to Chi-Town on the train. I hit the D-Town for the weekend, swerving potholes every lane. I've been going up 10 days straight. I ain't getting no rest, cause I'm gon' win, I make plays. So I give my best, and you can say whatever you want about me. Do whatever gon' please you. You ain't never seen nobody come up like this and then catch amnesia. I just cook, serve, repeat. Promise y'all I'm gon' eat. I just cook, serve, repeat. Booming all on your street. I just cook, serve, repeat. Promise y'all I'm gon' eat. I just cook, serve, repeat. Booming all on your street. I just.
Okay.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. So we just did 1 straight hour. It's non-stop movements.
Non-stop.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do some weights, you know. And again, we're trying to illustrate for you guys that fasting don't make you weaker.
No.
Make you stronger.
Yeah.
You've been lied to.
Right. We got so much.
Yeah, you've been lied to very badly. They lied to you with the 3-course meal, and then the next on the 7 days, I'm gonna get into the science a little bit, which you'll see. It'll be right after this for you guys, but for us it'll be 2 days later. but we want you to see and bear witness. And for any of you guys, you know, this thing about being off grid, you know, make sure you keep your health up.
Got to.
Yeah.
Got to.
Yeah, because if you don't keep your strength and your health up, you must not get hurt out there.
Yeah. Hurt yourself.
Yeah, hurt yourself. Listen to them bags of cement and building and doing.
That's
You know,
right.
unless you don't pay everybody for everything.
Right.
And if you're paying everybody for everything,
What's the point?
yeah, you better have that bread.
I know that's right.
Or you got that debt.
You're right. You're gonna be in debt.
One of the two.
Right.
You know. So otherwise you're gonna do it.
Exactly.
So what we're gonna do now is a little benching, a little skull crushers, and a little tricep work for upper body. And then we're gonna wrap it up.
Wrap that up.
Alright. Till next time.
Be free.
Peace.
Hey, look, I'm like, if you broke, just say that. Ain't no need to hate. You should know that I don't play that. No, we can't debate. I'm like, if you lame, just say that. Nah, I can't relate, but you should know that we don't play that. So nah, I can't debate. I'm like, if you broke, just say that. Ain't no need to hate. You should know that I don't play that. Nah, we can't debate. I'm like, if you lame, just say that. Nah, I can't relate, but you should know that we don't play that. So nah, I can't debate. Ay, what the fuck be wrong with y'all? On my dick, my balls and all. And I ain't just called to stall. I'm really trying to knock down all you walls. These niggas talk tough as hell, but when it come time, they call the laws. And I really do rock with me, so tell me why the hell I need y'all applause. Good God, y'all lame as hell. Better stick to your lane as well. Look like you made to fail. I never could let no shade prevail. And I feel too blessed today. I just got paid like yesterday. And I think I fooled a while, so baby girl, put your breast away. I'm like, if you broke, just say that. Ay, ain't no need to hate. You should know that I don't play that. No, we can't debate. I'm like, if you lame, just say that. Nah, I can't relate, but you should know that we don't play that. So nah, I can't debate. I'm like, if you broke, just say that. Ain't no need to hate. You should know that I don't play that. Nah, we can't debate. I'm like, if you lame, just say that. Nah, I can't relate, but you should know that we don't play that. So nah, I can't debate. I'm like, what the hell be on your mind? Hating on me like all the time. Little nigga, you lame as hell. Think about me, get on your grind. Them boys too internet. Talk too tough, ain't being a threat. Good kush pack cigarette. Can't see me, my silhouette. You weak, you jive.
Alright, so we're gonna talk about how we feel on day 7. We still haven't eaten yet.
Nope.
But you can see we turned up.
All the energy.
No, we ain't been smoking.
No.
Not yet. But, you know, we feel good.
Yes, definitely.
We feel good.
great.
We feel great, actually. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
We
I
great.
feel great.
Yeah, I'll let you expand on your feelings and I'll jump to mine.
Yeah, I feel really great. I feel energetic. I feel light. I feel fit. I feel clear-headed. I just really, really feel good. You know, when you think about going on a fast, it seems daunting. Of course, your ego mind to say, I don't want to do that. Why we got to do that? But it has been, for me personally, a spiritual journey. I programmed my mind and got myself prepared with meditation before we began. And for me, I looked at it as a spiritual concept as well as a health concept. And that really helped push me through. And I have to say that it really helps to have a partner for accountability. You know I couldn't cave in. Because he wasn't going to allow it, and vice versa.
Yeah.
You know,
one of us is caving.
Exactly. You know, because we have a kind of a competitive spirit between us. So
you got that warrior mentality.
Exactly.
You know
so you know, we weren't going to give in, but it does help to have a partner in it with you to do it with. That really does help. But yeah, I feel really good. You know, and for those people that think that you know that you need your protein, if you don't eat you're gonna die, and all of this crazy mess, you know, like when we watch, what's that show?
Survivor and Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, Naked and Afraid and all of that. And it's like, y'all stop. You know, because you don't. You know, it's like if you ran your vehicle all day, every day, non-stop, that vehicle's longevity is very short.
Good point.
And it's the same thing with your body. If you constantly are consuming food all day long and your body is trying to process all that mess, you keep putting in it, your longevity is not going to be that long. And not even about longevity, because we're not trying to live forever, but your quality of life will suffer if you don't give your body a break. So us having this break of consumption has really made us, you know, realize and see a lot of things, and it just feels good.
For me, it was a spiritual component of identification of my behavior. All right. I have a very adrenaline-driven behavior. I always have been. So for me, it was a way to see how my adrenaline is fed. And moving off grid, I had to tone my adrenaline down and use that resource energy toward other things in the building process. However, in doing that, I found other ways to exhaust my adrenaline behavior with my wife. And I used her to replace the club, hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool because it made our marriage strong, makes our marriage fun. But the eating and us having our wine and us, you know, turning up with each other, you know, I saw that was another addictive behavior. And I'm like, damn, I'm addicted to my wife. I'm like, I was like, well, you know, that's a good thing, you know, man, you know. But what it did was it showed me how addictive eating can be from a broad airplane view down. That the social experience, the things that you might eat that open up the carbohydrates, that open up, you know, those things, which turns into sugar, which is more addictive than cocaine, but I'm going to get into that in a second. So for me, it really opened my brain up to like, okay, you do still got some addiction behavior and some adrenaline behavior be still hanging in there as a residual. You know, as conscious as we think we are, as people, you know, for the conscious people waking up, you know, you can always wake up more. You know, you're not there. You're not there till that enlightenment attainment. And even then it becomes a question: is are you there yet?
Right.
Kind of like the movie. Are you there yet? Are you there yet? So my point being is, for me, it really made me see my ego in another perspective, and made me say, okay, you still got work to do, my brother. You still got to keep digging. You still got to keep finding that knowing, and keep elevating and keep vibrating higher and higher. You know. So that's what it did for me personally. It really tapped me on the shoulder to awaken to another level. I did try on the shirt though.
I know, right?
Yeah, I used to. So before we moved out here, being a CPA, I had my shirts fitted. I didn't like off the rack shirts, so I kept a couple of shirts that I've been wanting to put back on for 6 years. That I ain't put on. So I said, let me go try this shirt on. So I went in there, I put it, and it had, before I wore it, my buttons was a little tight right here. You can see it pulling. And I put my shirt on. I said, oh boy, the boy is back. Yeah. but it did help me shed some pounds. I shedded a few pounds, which was cool. Which is cool. I don't celebrate my birthday. I don't speak to my age anymore. But I can tell you, I'm not a spring chicken. I'm trying to stay one, but I'm not one. So it felt really good. Yeah. It felt really good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little tutelage on some of the lies that you've been told, and hopefully open up some of the thinking to people out there who haven't barked on the journey yet of fasting, or think if they give up processed food for Lent, or if I don't drink liquor for 3 days, or no, you gotta go past that. That's a very superficial perspective. Okay, I eat. I won't eat from sun up to sundown. No, you gotta go past that. That's a superficial perspective. So we're going to get into the science of this thing, okay? So we can, kind of close the doors on some of that bullshit, all right? So I'm going to take you way back to when you was a kid, and, they showed those commercials, and 5 basic food groups: fruit and vegetables, bread and cereals, meats. No! First of all, you shouldn't even be taking in any milk.
No. It's not for human consumption.
Yeah.
Unless you're an infant and you're getting it from your mother.
Yeah. Secondly, if you gotta cook it, you ain't got no business eating it.
Yes.
All right. But so with that being said, let's talk about how the digestive system works. So basically, you got phases of the system. You got the ingestion phase, which is where you actually put the food in your mouth, chew it up, swallow it. Then the food makes it to your stomach, get past your sternum. Now it's sitting in your stomach, and you have what's called the digestion phase. So now this is the phase where you are the acids and enzymes in your stomach are breaking the food down. Now, and this was all new to me till I did the digging. So that phase alone is 2 to 5 hours. So for those people who think that they can eat before they go to the gym and they're getting some energy because they got to go work out, that's bullshit. Because it takes 2 to 4 hours for that food to even be broken down to begin the absorption stage. The absorption stage is 5 to 12 hours. So the benefits, nutrients, and minerals from whatever you've taken in, it takes anywhere from 5 to 12 hours before that shit even starts hitting into your blood to even get to being absorbed into the blood to even provide you those nutrients and minerals. So you're really talking about 12 hours before that even begins. So now if you done ate again already, well, the food you ate didn't get fully broken down. So that's one of the reasons why you always have to go number 2 after you eat. Because you got to make room for the new food because your intestinal tract is full. And this is where it gets really kind of funky. When you're eating these meats, this is how you get parasites. You get parasites from meats and pork chops and pork. What you got to remember is the grass that these animals eat, that grass is not washed. That grass is just still on the ground, in the earth. Bugs, flies, other kind of parasites. Well, not even chemicals. I'm just talking about like out here where they
right, yeah.
free roam, right?
Yeah, free range.
Free range. You know, they're just going around eating. And now whatever they're eating has gotten into their system. And if there are worms in that, and those worms did not get, you know, dissolved from the acids in your stomach because you're eating too fast, too perpetually, those worms it'll start the third process, which is the defecation process. Those worms will be inside the food because that food didn't get completely broken, and it will start making its way into your intestinal tract. Now, as that food sits in there, it'll rot and it'll decay, and those worms will leave that food and move themselves into your intestinal tract. And now you got, you know, you see people with these real big stomachs and you're all bloated and you're all fucked up. Well, it's because you're carrying more parasites than your ass even think you are. You know, and because we haven't been taught this, our brain don't even process this kind of thought. You know, I don't mean this to sound overly vulgar or mean this to sound in any way attacking toward anybody who might be, you know, on the higher weight side. But at the end of the day, if you don't understand how the Creator made your avatar work, how can you say you love yourself? You know, if you don't choose to take care of yourself in this plane of existence to the best of your capacity, how can you say you love yourself? You know, somebody might sit there and say, well, I can love myself. Well, do you? If you're sitting there with hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes, do you love yourself or do you love the pleasure you give yourself from eating? Which one is it? You know, if you can't sacrifice for your own health, what can you sacrifice for? So, you know, to jump back to this, so I don't digress too far. So you got 1 to 4 hours of ingestion, 5 to 12 hours of absorption, and then after that, you go into the defecation stage. Okay, the defecation stage. So the ingestion, digestion, absorption, then defecation. So if you are constantly consuming food before those 4 stages can break that food down and get rid of it, well, then that food is sitting up in you know, and that's just not a good thing. This is what causes your gallbladder, pancreas, the bile and those things to begin to create diseases in your body, you know, and not to mention with this fast food and this processed foods, these things are getting worse. You know, they're getting much, much worse. Half the shit on a package you can't even pronounce. Mm-hmm. You open up your refrigerator and it looks like a damn cemetery. Everything in there is dead. You know, and you're wondering why you got high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, you know, red and yellow spots in your eyes. 95%, and this is a statistical fact, 95% of our diseases are gut related. Google that. 95% of your diseases are gut related, which means 95% of your diseases are related to how you eat and what you eat. So, you know, just going back to, you know, on day 3, you could rewind and go back and re-listen to what I spoke about, you know, the scriptures. And did we turn on the death switch? I don't know, you know, but it sure sounds to me like we have. So another thing that I learned was that when you're eating, only 3 things can be absorbed in the absorption phase in less than the 12-hour window, or 5 to 12-hour window. I don't want to, you know, make it sound too much. That's water, alcohol, and glucose. So that's sugar, alcohol, and water. Them are the only 3 things that will be absorbed faster, quickly, outside of everything else. And then another thing I found, glucose is more addictive than cocaine and heroin. You know, and you get glucose from so many things that you eat, from bread, You know, stop eating bread for a week and see what kind of withdrawal you go through.
Yeah. I think that's the hardest. I realized I had a sugar addiction when I had to read the labels of everything that I consumed and looked at the carbs and the sugar, because the carbohydrates also have sugars.
They turn into sugar.
And when you realize how much your body intakes from what you eat and you try to stop and minimize it, it was very eye-opening.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember some years ago I had to give up. I cut bread back. And it was a big deal.
The bread, the pasta.
Yeah.
I used to have coffee.
She the pasta queen. I'd be like, one day a week, baby.
And then I toned it down to 1 day a week, and then not even every week. But it's very addictive.
So now these are some of the benefits. You know, when you do fast, your insulin level drops. Your body will begin to eat off some of your fat cells and some of your dead cells, which will help regenerate new cells to replace those. Almost like when you cut your finger, your body naturally will regenerate new cells. But if you're already at a level where you don't give your body a chance to eat at or replace those dead cells, now you see how cancers develop. Now you see how, these diseases develop. Diabetes, high blood pressure, which is so common. I mean, and it's such an easy fix, but these doctors, they trying to write you a script, and instead of trying to cure you, they just try to, put a Band-Aid on. But what's the word? Not cure, but I'm having a brain freeze, forgive me. Put a Band-Aid on it. I don't want to take too long. Treat. They're not trying to cure you, they're trying to treat you.
Exactly. That's
so and at some point there's a concept of personal responsibility that should come into a conscious person's thinking. If you're conscious. If you're conscious, there's a point where your brain should say, wait a minute. Am I doing what's best for me, my loved ones, my family, my children? Or am I simply just creating a stress, on myself and then a potential stress to your family? And this goes back to my point of, how can you say you love yourself and therefore anyone else if you don't even take care of yourself? So this was a few things. I'm going to leave a couple of links to some other videos. I hope you guys go link over and watch. But what I want to leave you is to understand that eating is an addiction. You get gratification from the process of eating. When your stomach is grumbling, it's not because you're hungry. It's because you're going through the absorption phase. That's what it feels like. So that hunger pain that you've been told, it's not a hunger pain. It's an absorption phase, and that's how your body feels. That being told to eat 3 meals a day, that's bullshit. People told you that, the system told you that,
right.
Because, they have no interest in your longevity.
No.
Your longevity is a hindrance to the mathematical calculation of this corporation's system, Social Security. That Ponzi scheme is predicated on you dying by a certain time.
Yeah.
Think about that. So we have to remember that the people in charge don't have your best interests at heart. I mean, we just see that from, going back to this Thanksgiving Day. Celebrating massacres, So I hope that helps explain a couple of things about fasting. I hope our video showing you us working out puts to bed that bullshit ass thinking that you can't work out, you need your food for energy. When you go work out, it would take 12 hours. Whatever you ate 12 hours ago would be your energy source for that workout. So if you get up in the AM and you go work out, that's why you see the drinking of the egg and things like that, because it stays liquid. And that absorption phase can happen faster. When you see athletes drink eggs and things of that nature, or when you drink the powder shakes, that's why they're in those powders, because your absorption phase will happen through your small intestine, it will happen faster. And majority of that stuff is sugar.
Yeah.
And that's why you're so amped and so hyped. Because you basically flooded your system with sugar. So I think that's about it. Last thing, to give some credibility to what my wife said about a car engine running all day, or just any vehicle or any machine, because your body is a machine. When you let your other organs rest, you get more energy. Because those organs need blood supply. Your gallbladder, your liver, your pancreas, those things secrete certain secretions. Forgive me, I'm not a doctor, but it secretes some stuff that is needed for this absorption, digestion, defecation process. But if you're not filling the system to make those pieces of the machine have to work, well, now your pump, your heart doesn't have to work so hard to make sure blood goes to all these different things. That's why after you eat, you get the itis. Because now your heart got to send so much blood to your stomach to try to get that digestion phase and get that absorption phase going. That's why you get sleepy. You know what I'm saying? So, I really hope this helps some of you. I hope this stimulates some of you to think about it. If it encourages any of you, then me and my wife will feel like we did our job.
That's right.
All right. So till next time, we're going to leave you in peace, love, truth, freedom, and justice.
Yes.
Peace be to you.
Be free.
Be free.